Hi everyone. Whether you're new to sharpening knives on whetstones, looking to get better, or having trouble getting that perfect edge, let me give you my 6 tips to help you get a sharper knife. So the first thing you want to do is have about a 10-degree angle on each side, and that's going to give you a 20-degree angle. What I found works best is when you're starting out, just take 2 pennies, put them there, and that's going to give you your angle. Is it perfect? No, but it's a good point to start with. So when you're sharpening, you say, oh, okay, I kind of like it to be a little thinner. So, okay, so you just go about 1 penny and just kind of go back and forth. All right, so the next tip to make sure that you're getting the right angle, you're gonna look at the blade and you're gonna see where that shine is. And it should be pretty even all the way down. You're gonna notice really easily, especially on a knife that has a patina on it like this. And what you're looking for on here is to have an even mirror all the way down the tip of your blade. So if you see some spots where it's really thin or it's really thick, then you're going to want to work on getting your angles right. We all have trouble in the beginning with this, so a good thing to do is just take a Sharpie and run it down your blade, and this is going to tell you exactly where your angle is going to be at. If you're taking too much off or not enough. You see now we have the Sharpie all the way down there. And what you're looking for when you're doing this is to be able to take equal Sharpie all the way off, all the way down the blade. See, pretty much got it all. We just need to focus on the tip a little bit because we didn't get it all off. Okay. So there you can see there's no more Sharpie on there. We didn't wipe anything off. It's still on the other side. All right. We'll do the same thing on this side. There you go. We're pretty consistent all the way down, which is what we're looking for. I'll show you a little trick too for getting Sharpie off. Some people will say, oh, get, acetone or nail polish remover or things like that. Wait for it to dry. And this is something we used to do in the restaurants. We'd have a whole bunch of different pots going with different mashed potatoes and flavors and polenta and risotto and things like that. And we would write on them with a Sharpie. And then you just come back with a highlighter and it literally just wipes right off. Just be careful doing this next to your fingers, but it takes it right off. So I'd much rather wash a little bit of highlighter off my knife than acetone or nail polish remover. When we're sharpening, we want to have between 4 to 6 pounds of pressure. The best way to figure that out is just take your knife that you're going to sharpen, get your scale, and just press down until you hit about 4 pounds. And that's where you want to be at. Any less, and you're just going to have to sharpen a little bit longer. If you press too hard, then you're going to take a lot of metal off the knife when you don't need to. So it's always good to just have your scale in the beginning next to you. Running your stone and then touch your scale. Running your stones, touch your scale. Now, when you're sharpening, don't be afraid to move around and get comfortable. It's all about making sure that you're getting your arms in the right position so where you can hold that angle all the time. If you're sitting down, you're kind of going like this and it's, your elbows are going to hit or something like that. You want them to be free and clear. So you can just stand here like this, go back and forth. Now, some people like to sharpen all the way on one side, and they're going to tell you to feel for a burl. You'll be able to, you can listen for it. Your finger is going to catch on there. that's not something I like to do, especially on a whetstone. For the reason I think you just end up over sharpening one side and you're working all the metal and pushing it all the way over. And then when you go to flip on the other side, you're just trying to work that off. I just don't like it. I think if you're going back and forth, you're constantly taking down metal from both sides. And I think it works a lot better. And again, that's just me. Everybody likes to do what they want to do. 25 years of sharpening knives like this, that's what I've found works best. So the number one tip I have for you when you're sharpening your knife is if you mess it up, it's not a big deal. We have the stones, we can make it sharp again. But the worst that happens is you have a dull knife. Big deal. Just get out your stones, start sharpening.